winning this fight tonight with our name lit up in lights. We are the new kings. This is our time to shine. Set it off like dynamite.
After a long break, we're already back with the PMPL PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. And we're bringing you all the action live at IO Esports Kuala Lumpur. Here's a huge thank you to our host Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios for bringing us all the exciting games here today. And not to mention, you're watching this live on Facebook Gaming, our official live streaming partner. Now, break's done, ties are off. We're going into the next official game starting real soon. How you guys feeling?
I'm Chuchu, his cloud. Just kidding. I have to say it out loud. But yeah, we're feeling great, and when the tie is off, it means the game is on. It's whether all the teams gonna step up their game for game 4 for today.
Fourth game of today,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Fourth game of today, and we look at some teams, for example, Bigetron are doing okay today. Surprisingly, they are, not surprisingly, we expected more from them. But surprisingly, speaking of Dingoz, yeah, they today.
Yeah, they're definitely doing very well today, actually, overall. They did get one chicken dinner, obviously. The rest of them, although they didn't get the chicken dinner, but they came close, so they're on a good rate.
It feels like the last survival day last time all over again. The same for those Dingoz.
It does.
They've been quiet for the first week. They are kind of not doing great, but not doing bad either. And just maintain at top 10 sort of, but not having a lot of kill volume. But today, wow, I think nobody can catch up with their kill score yet.
I think it's just, teams realizing that there is a huge shift between getting positions, which is still a little easier to get, but difficult if you don't have the right numbers or you just not happen to be in the right place on the map, compared to kills where it's like, you know what, if we have an opportunity, we might as well jump right at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to see different teams now starting to ramp it all up. We do see Resurgence again. They are knocking on the door. They're coming back to page 1, so that's a good sign for them. So chicken dinner, hopefully.
I think yesterday day off kind of something that every player needs to reset everything they had. When you play every day for 6 days a week, mind that, in almost 8 hours per day, non-stop with a lot of pressure, a lot of so little breaks, and at the same time a lot of momentum, actually responsibility as well to make sure you maintain all the way all day. It's not actually an easy thing to do, especially you have to make sure you check your mental health as well, your physical health at the same time. And then to have to go through, like, for example, after one loss then another one, and then to rise up back from that. Imagine how being the players now.
Not to mention that they also, some of these teams even scrim after this, the late night scrims and against other teams. It must be really tiring to be a player, especially considering the league format as of right now. But I mean, there are some definite benefits. Like, if you have that momentum, it really starts the gears working and they start pushing on forward. Looks like we've gotten the signal here, Sir Cloud. Any thoughts on this?
Well,
Any thought of what?
Well, maybe viewers out there might be wondering, why is Chuchu acting a little bit weird right now?
A little sus, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so scared right now. Just go for it.
Okay, we've seen the videos for both Am and Emmy, but this time, what about Chuchu? What's her story? Where is she doing? What has she been doing all this time? Let's have a look right now.
Hi, I'm Chuchu Gaming, which is known to many people, but my real name is Adriana binti Muhammad Ghazali, which is a mouthful, so just call me Chuchu. I am a streamer, a shoutcaster, a all commentator, also a player for some games. I don't know, am I still? Yeah, I'm actually a graduated medical student. I got my MBBS or MBBCH, which is my title. Yeah, I do have a DR in front, but right now I don't know, Dr. Esport, it doesn't really, I don't think it works like that. But for now, I'm focusing more into esports and see how this goes and just follow the flow. If it doesn't work, well, yeah, I have that medical thing to do, so I can give that as an excuse whenever I have to bail or something like, yeah, I need to save somebody, which I'm not even a doctor. Like, I feel like I'm a quack doctor right now, but yeah. I don't know, Dr. Choo Choo Gaming. Like, are you even a doctor? Like, are you playing doctor kind of simulation games too much that you think yourself a doctor? I think people will start questioning me about my degree integrity there. So I don't know. Maybe doctor is like, we can put that aside first. Not now. But yeah, whenever I feel like done with games, because everybody grows older, right? There will be one time that you cannot play when your hand is like this. So maybe that time I'm probably gonna go into some doctoring stuff a bit. That time, maybe that time. Well, another 3 weeks of hustle. We know that my voice is gonna scream like until there's none anymore. So I should preserve whatever I have right now and salvage whatever voice I have left. But I know it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be super intense, and we know that it's something new on the table this time. So I'm always up for something new. Oh wow. Okay, this is the thing that I've been waiting for like a long time, because we're always seeing like Thailand teams, Malaysian teams, and Singaporean for PUBG Mobile itself. They haven't been engaging as much. So maybe we can see some new stuff, some new gameplays that we haven't seen before. And I know the Singaporeans are very creative sometimes. So yeah, maybe somebody will be surprised. They're cute. And Cloud's name is like almost like mine. I'm like, and we're like carrying some stuff, but like, okay. Yeah, he's just a brother. Like, I have to keep it. Oh, never mind. This is so gossipy. But yeah, I think it's refreshing to have somebody new on the scene. And I'm looking for more new talents coming in as well. So they always bring something fresh to the table. We can learn something from each other. And there's also this kind of different style of commentating that they have, that we can absorb into part of our community. And maybe there's some others who actually always wanted to try casting, but they just don't have, you know, that kind of motivation or the encouragement to go. So this is the time that you guys can actually just involve in the esports community as well. I think the favorite one usually won't win, because they are in a lot of pressure to win. So their mental state is kind of being pressured too much. So the one that people usually oversee or underestimate will always the one we taking the title. But then we'll never know. I can't say which team yet, because I don't want to, you know, people will say, serve you right, your team. Because I always jinx the team that I'm rooting for. So I prefer not to say that team. But I have one team in mind, which is, I have a friend that actually manages the team, so I wish that team wins, but well, yeah, I don't want to jinx it. Oh, I have my Facebook platform as always, Choo Choo Gaming. If you guys want to see how bad I am at the game, yeah, I'm always there. Yeah, but thank you for Facebook Gaming that giving us the opportunity to have the chance to actually stream it on your platform, which is one of the most established one and the best social networking there is for everybody. Because I think it's a very good to go on Facebook Gaming. One of it, there are some people that don't know about games that actually get involved with gaming, because Facebook is just a huge social media network that everybody just connects with. Yeah, so you guys are the best and awesome. Welcome to Choo Choo Cave, whatever you want to call it. Come in. Sing this. So this is my living room. I don't know why they're having this. I'm sorry, Andrew, you're inside here. Where everything, our secrets are out now. So this is where we're having our discussion, and yeah, you can see that. Okay, so do you guys want to check out the deepness of the cave there, where everything magical happens? Do you want to? Come here. So we're gonna go into my cave. We're not really a cave, but this is where everything that I do for work as a living as a streamer, or sometimes I do a bit of rehearsing, casting here as well. So these are my setup for studio, and that's my PC. Sometimes I use the laptop, and there's everything else is here. So this is where the toxic happens to. You know what I mean. So that's it, the tour for my cave of Chuchu Gaming Cave. Hope you guys had fun, enjoy a bit and learn something out of it. And see you guys in PMPL next time. See you around.
Well, this isn't an uncomfortable sight. So this is how they felt after and also Emmy's little video there. Chuchu, any thoughts on that?
So embarrassed.
It was cute. What are you talking about? It was fine. You even saw your cat.
That wasn't me. That was actually my sister who played with me. And I probably have a twin there somewhere. And this is my image. My image is still intact. And I don't look like that grandma next to your house who happened to, you know, feed everybody off the street or something. And the way I look, oh my god, that was so hideous. And stop staring at me. I have no feelings
shucks.
for you.
I mean, hey, at least you know, Sir Cloud, that Chuchu's sister apparently thinks your name's kind of cute. So, hey, it's a great. So this is what it must have felt being Emmy as well as Mache Am on
Oh my
the
god.
BM side.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Now it's her turn, but okay.
I didn't know it's gonna be today. I get roasted with Gideon. Happy he got this chance to actually do this to me.
Don't worry. Mine will come up eventually, and that's when you can start making fun of me then.
But his name is actually close to mine. It's Andrew Andriana. It's like something like, you know, oh, we're both pretty cool people. So yeah.
Well, okay. So because of what you said on the video, I won't bash you for the next 10 seconds.
Just 10
Starting
seconds.
now.
Starting now.
And I got smashed after that. Thanks, guys. Great. And sorry, Resurgence. I think I just jinxed you with that video again.
Yo, I love how you're going through the video and like Caster Curse is such a real thing. You just know it's like, oh man, I'm gonna jinx this. Like it's hovering over your head as well. I love it. Okay. Woo!
I can't wait when it's your turn next. So
Yeah.
we'll wait
Yeah.
and see.
Okay.
And we'll wait and see for that. But back to the boys. Okay, Bigetron, I'm questioning this. Is it better for Boyka to be the coach right now? Because we can see their performance is quite well, so they have somebody to analyze their gameplay. At the same time, you know, to get the gist of the other team's movement as well.
I would say that it isn't very helpful to have Boyka in the long term as a player. And yeah, sure you could get results early on now, but at the end of the day, it's going to be these 4 players who are going to go up on the stage and are the main players and main rosters of the team. So if they can't do what they're supposed to do, something must be wrong. And I would like to believe that Bigetron don't have that issue just yet, and that's why Boyka is there to help them out.
So you're trying to say that it's better that Boyka actually stay as coach instead of in the roster.
Yep.
Yeah, I absolutely agree as well, because you need someone with a third-person perspective rather than being in the team and having the same thought or same view tunnel as everyone else. So he will need to play the role of stepping back and give that overall to say, okay, whether the team did well in what areas and what not. So that's definitely what Boyka should be focusing on.
Oh, that's surprising because we do know that Boyka is really into the game as well. So I don't think he wants to step down that soon. But in terms of he's one of the best coaches we've seen before.
Yep.
He actually coached a world #1 PUBG Mobile team that is Bigetron Indonesia. He coached them until they got #1. So it's better to say that he better sits on a bench, but observing the players and managing them and actually coaching instead of sitting and play as a player. I'm somewhat agree to that degree, but is it okay to say that out loud? I mean, like,
yeah, it's totally fine. It's totally fine for sure. Because I feel like, you know, even Boyka does feel like, if I'm going to be a player, I might as well commit to being a full-time player. But right now, he's got so many responsibilities. I just
Yeah.
can't imagine him trying to be a full-time player.
yeah, how can you focus at that point, right?
Yeah.
On top of being a dad, on top of being a CEO as well. That's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff there.
Oh well, we're gonna have to wait and see for today's performance, which is gonna be the 4th game today. Sanhok back to the smallest game, 4x4 kilometers with one of the most town there is in the game. Who will get chicken dinner? Dingoz? Not yet. We already seen NoRecoil got himself 1 chicken dinner. Who else haven't landed themselves at least 1 chicken dinner?
H2O for the win.
Oh, that's also true. Both teams Both teams also haven't received a winner chicken dinner just yet. But Sanhok is going to be the fourth match of the day. So guys and girls, get ready as we load straight into the map. Here are your featured players and the current performances, because look at 10,000 total damage.
He
If that
is
doesn't
catching
tell
up
you.
to
Woo!
you high now.
Oh, that's also true. That's also true. Good point. Good point.
16 years old are doing great today.
Yeah, better of the 16 years old.
It's so frustrating how good these 16-year-olds are. They're just getting younger and younger at this point.
Oh, oh really? What you watch the movie Benjamin, right?
Yes.
There you go. That's a creepy one.
All right. Thank you to observers for catching all the action here. Sarkar, let's talk about the drops.
Yes, so the drops here, so let's see. So it's quite spread out at this moment. Looks like no teams are particularly in the same compound as each other. Oh, but the circle! Oh, the circle! I'm
my
loving
goodness
this, man.
me! This is just I don't even know. It's like just literally like a judgment day for the players. Literally, this is so punishing. It's 60% of water.
I think I'm going to throw up real quick. Just don't mind me.
And the door is there.
Oh, I'm looking for a trash can. This is making my stomach real sick here. I can't wait to see what Phase 2 has to come for a lot of these teams. But let's look at Miss Rose Esports, Syndicate Esports here, as looks like they had a general idea that someone else has dropped relatively nearby, and it looks like it's Divinity. Oh, they're even taking pot shots at Divinity as well.
Ooh, that's very early for them to take those pot shots. Very, very far away. But looks like they are sending Divinity over to another compound. Respect my compound here. You guys are not coming near. And we do have Fateh as well as the entire team. Looks like they have eyes on Divinity. And Divinity, they have to make a run for all four of them. They have to go to a smaller compound. Not a good start.
Hopefully they can actually land themselves quite a decent loot, even though they're quite late into looting into the compounds. But I think Hartin's drop by is none other than Team Secret. Back to the total damage stats here, 20 kill 12. Well, we've seen 10,000 just now, so yeah.
I mean, it may not necessarily look super representative all over the stats because, you know, Team NoRecoil hasn't been able to perform in the past couple of days. However, do expect these numbers to rise. They did net themselves a winner chicken dinner here. So that does say that they do have worth and they do bring quality to the game. So we're just going to have to wait and see if they're going to be consistent with it as well. See, look at that, Vikendi. Yeah, Team NoRecoil right there.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah, he's happy. He's happy. I'm happy as well to see a new team actually getting the chicken dinner. I hope that we do see a new team as well, just to get a little bit of mix in the league and put some. Okay, probably the underdogs or the page 2 people are doing well today.
Oh well, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, I do hope there's a new team coming up as well. But Pina is actually by Secret. Bigetron on the other hand, they are swimming the same time as Dingoz. This is really interesting because why the moment they actually landed on shore, they will actually see each other out.
Wait, does Heatron not notice them? Oh yeah, he hears the shots and now he's quickly turning around for the rest of his team. He's trying to control the high ground here to allow, you know, some kind of cover fire for the rest of his team to swim across. And 2 stragglers right now. Oh, San gonna be the first one getting a couple of bullets in his back, but the rest of his team cooking up that grenade. Hopefully this lands to buy his team some time, but they're going to be dancing around for now. This is going to be the first engagement of the day.
Oh, and now the Uzi looks like goes up, but then again Hydra with the U-turn and managed to take one down, and there goes. Mace will be the one to be sent back to the lobby. The first one indeed. Samzy is just in the middle of the water. It's going to be tough, man.
He can't be knocked. It will be straight into the box. He knows it, and everybody knows it. The fact that he just make a big turn around there, and the rest of Dingoz trying to stay at the other land of the shores, making sure that they won't cross it just yet. They managed to just land all 4 members of Bigetron on the side of the Hartine area land now. But Dingoz, Sam, wow.
Caster's curse much?
Yeah. Now, I gotta correct myself. I did say that it was the first engagement of the day. What I actually meant to mean was, you know, the first engagement pre-coastal waters here, because I wouldn't have expected, you know, these teams to actually be so ballsy and decide to actually go for the swim rather than look for a vehicle, maybe look for some choke points through bridges.
You saw the circle just now. If you rotate a second too late, there's no way you can rotate in. But rotating late is not really a bad option too. But then you see how few actually the ratio of land in that circle. That's really a bad circle to start with. But we're having fun casting it, so.
I mean, they still had like an extra 50 seconds left. I don't know. It's personal opinion there. But let's look here at Team NoRecoil as they look over the map. And Axis, on the other hand, with Team Secret, I can't judge the distance based off of the tags, but decently not too far.
Well, they're actually trying to cross to around Camp Alpha there from Ruins. I don't know if they want to actually think about swimming, but yeah, there you go. The stats just now for Wanted. Kind of decent ones.
Juju is being nice there. I think Wanted would have wanted more points on his stats.
Of course, everybody wants more, but at the same time, they don't have chicken dinner just yet. The same goes for Traitor here.
Well, I would argue that you can't count them out just yet because, you know, experts actually didn't do too bad previously. I think it was only like 2 days where it looked like they were almost on fire. But, you know, now that the momentum is running, it is a new
my
week.
God!
Oh, no! Oh, no, Traitor Ozzy. He takes a little bit of damage. He quickly hides behind the box, but Impunity is here to take him on. Tries to take the painkillers. The initial knockdown from Vertex, really nicely done. But the rest of Impunity is controlling the end of this bridge. He's going to try and make a run for it. Quickly peeks out to the left. Good Jelly does trade really nicely. That body armor keeping him alive.
And now Vertex, he definitely needs to get away there, but he's been pinned down. It's not going to be easy for him. His other team members, Olaf and as well as Hawk, they can't do much. They can't engage because just look at this. Jaeger has a distance. We have Jelly who's on close quarters. So, Vertex, the only way out maybe is to jump to the river, but then again, that's also very risky. I don't know, man. This is tough.
You have to just pick into every nook and cranny. Just now, Ozzy's mistake is that he didn't know anybody behind that truck. Wait
a second.
Oh, no!
Oh,
that fall was a tall one. Olaf, luckily, he just landed himself in the water. But how can he climb back up? Because we know everybody saw him jumping in the water just now, spraying into one, and doesn't seem like you're going to be alive next.
Oh no, look at Axis here. They're coming to the other end, which means Traitor is going to be completely sandwiched and stuck on this sinking bridge here. Impunity just gatekeeping them. This is not looking good. Axis knows what's up.
Oh, yep, they know what's up. They have Olaf on their crosshair, and Olaf is in trouble now. Appy's definitely not going to let that go, and Olaf very unlikely to make this out alive.
Do you want to build a snowman? I don't think so now. Olaf is melting into the water and no way out at that. Appy, on the other hand, they are actually getting this all for themselves, for Axis. If they actually have the guts to go, and they can wipe both team actually.
Oh, actually, I saw Olaf. He managed to get back up to the land.
What?
Survive.
Oh my goodness, it looks like he didn't get punished that hard, honestly. And you know, Jaeger on the other side, being the hunter that he is, watching the coastline just in case, it's like, no, you're not going to do a slow motion Baywatch walk up from this coastline. I'm going to make sure you're going to get gunned down.
Slow motion
Baywatch, really?
Hey, boomer humor right there.
Oh, well, we meet a lot of stuff in Baywatch then. But Wixos, on the other hand, this side, they are actually guarding both sides of the bridge here, but they are not engaging. Can they actually overstay themselves at this point?
I don't know. Yeah, thoughts.
You know the loot is not quite decent there. Level 1 and everything, even utilities-wise, is not stocked up to that point that they can actually just be comfortable where they are. But Traitor actually being pinned down by a weak source. They're throwing a lot of utilities, more tough and everything. But by the time there's another team coming in, you literally don't have anything else on you.
I think the question is how do you get out of this situation? Like, I'm trying to find it out for them. It's like, there is no way you're getting out of this without losing a couple of members, if not, at the very least, a squad wipe for either Impunity or Axis. But let's just, you know, take another angle here, look away as Bapak going to be hanging around the cliff line, Divinity controlling one town, and just their neighboring opposite is going to be MRE.
Yep, Bapak right now not in the best position, but it's going to be tough. If they advance to their left, they will see Divinity. They advance to their right, they will see Miss Rose Esports. There is a small town down there, though, so that may be the best option for them at this point. Looks like they are heading there.
Going to see the tiger or the lion? You have to choose and pick one. Which one is worse? But there you go, DBS. Of everything that they can drop today, it's just going to be DBS.
The game is fun when they will give you a DBS out of all the potential weapons they could have given you, but it's like...
First the circle, second is DBS, so trolling all the way. But Alpha, oh look at that, just around the corner, he got actually found it out by none other than Nat here, pulling off the clutch. Oh, that's a nice control recoil. Alpha is down, and his teammates is actually everywhere else. Where are they for every...
Yeah, where are they? And Alpha, just too bad for him. You know how much we always say like, good guys go out last, or go out first. Yeah, there you go. But they get onto Bart. He does have to spray onto Miss Rose Esport there. And they get the knockout onto Bart there. But they get behind. There's more, and they managed to wipe out Miss Rose Esports.
Wait, what?
That's not the end of it. Miss Rose, they go down. However, Divinity is also there. Bapak coming in from the flank, and going for a very fast rush. Divinity want to take advantage of this. Jenny is in position to try and defend this. He hears the sounds. He's peeking out through the left side. Doesn't see anyone just yet, but he knows someone is trying to make their way into the structure.
Yep, someone's trying to make their way to structure. H2O Divinity trying to make the best out of the scenario. And now we do see here Trixie on one side. Bart just peeks out and damages on the Trixie. Trixie now down to 10% health. Trixie needs to rotate around Impact, replaces his location, tries to go in, tries to see who's available. But then Juggernaut on the other side looks like will be knocked down. And Juggernaut will be taken out from this round.
And they have one man down for Bapak. Can they make it on time for Bart? If I'm not mistaken, he's actually on his knees. I don't think they made it. He is actually forced to sacrifice for the team. But Divinity, they try to divide and conquer, and it doesn't seem doing well for them. They are actually underestimating Bapak at this point. Look at that, Trixie and Impact were forced to retreat, and actually now it's the reverse of everything. Bapak who actually engaged with them on the other side of the map, because it seems like they are being countered with colorful nades as well as bullets just now, which is entirely a different team.
Yeah, Tara is taking quite a number of shots at them, and Divinity Trixie, he's already been knocked down. Divinity, looks like their initial push didn't go out, and they're getting heavily punished for it. They're now pinned down behind this rock as both Tara, Muffin, and Lyrian is looking down at the end of the barrel.
Oh, Tara, looks like they may want to get those kill steals onto their scoreline. And now Tara, we do see Lyrian have eyes onto both Divinity as well as Bapak. Trix looks like they're gonna run away from this. They're not gonna stay there, except for Jenny, who's still hanging on the round. But that long range onto Trixie. Looks like Trixie is knocked down again, needs to be revived.
This is a moment where you don't even kind of can call it if a smoke is actually a good decision, because at the same time you're actually attracting too much attention to yourself. In case Divinity here, well, it just kind of really unfortunate. They are stuck between Bapak and there's also behind them Tara. Both teams are actually hungry for kills here. Jenny on the other hand, I think they're trying to build this one out. The moment Tara actually to focus on Divinity, but surprisingly they are actually trying to rotate. I think he saw that Bapak is escaping, so they're trying to get the position. Divinity on the other hand kind of stuck there, no way out.
Looks like Traitors is going to be the first team to get wiped here on this map of Sanhok. Bapak on the other side, I'm guessing they're moving only because they know there's another team that Jenny takes a couple of shots to connect, but that's not enough. His body armor does protect him for the most part, so he ain't going down. But again, we are rotating into phase 2, so I think that's also just another factor of why they are moving out of their position.
Oh yes, and now looks like H2O, they are watching the movie from afar, but on the other side we do see Axis not too far away. They may come into contact quite anytime soon, I would say, but this is only the second circle. And now come on, the circle.
Judgment time.
I'll do the on the go dance now, like on the go dance. And here we go. The circle. Will you be kind?
It's still kind enough. The fact that it's not between two lands, so like it or not, everybody have to rush around Camp Alpha's island, which is on the west side of the map here. But those are actually from the east side. This is gonna be super hard. Either they have to go through bridge camping, and there's also swimming option. You have to choose either one.
This is the most frustrating thing to watch because everybody who moved in early now has a significant advantage because they can watch the coastline of the islands. Anybody who tries to swim over is going to get shot. Anybody who tries to go for the bridge is going to get sandwiched between two teams. There is just no winning if you had not moved earlier into this phase. And I think, the teams who are in the circle realize that very, very quickly.
And I think this kind of answered your question early on. You asked, why is everybody migrating straight into the circle? This is why, because you don't have that much option to work with when this kind of thing happen. You rotate super fast, yeah, good for you, but at the same time, you might have to engage with another team early on. If you rotate a little bit too late, there's so many, actually, literally almost no entry into the safe zone at this point. It's either somebody's waiting on you on a bridge. There's two bridges there, but both bridges are actually covered by some teams there.
Yeah, there's just no way. There is just no way. And you can see that Ned, again, being completely gatekeeped here. RSG on the other side, they are right at the edge of the circle. They could wait this out if they wanted to. Small boy trying to juke it out against the sprays, but Mappy is going to be the first to get knocked down from H2O Kaya with the car, but Bigetron coming in onto Team NoRecoil as well.
Oh, and we do see here, Axis, looks like they have H2O to deal with. Revive goes out and they will try to reset themselves. H2O not playing very aggressively. They still have two on the other side of the compound and the rest of the team members separated from them. But now Jaeger looks like he goes in but tries to make the preemptive shot, but then again does not do enough. Weak Sauce will go in next and try to get Kagura.
Oh
Kagura
my goodness
managed to get a
me.
kill off Jaeger. Wow, that's an anime kill.
It was a 2v1 situation. He clutched it out solo-handedly, and it was a pretty well done. But the question is, why did they go in one by one instead of two at once? You know that that's a bigger odds when you have two more numbers and actually one keep on dying freely after that.
I think you have to kind of give it to Kagura's positioning where he kind of isolated himself, so your only field of vision, once you bust into the room, your field of vision is extremely narrow, so it forces him to only go through, oh, I can only see you from this angle, so I have to take it, and forcing them into a narrow tunnel, making it seem like they're going in one by one.
It seems like he's pretty know himself well in Sanhok area, especially with that compound, very little structure to work with, but he did it well enough. But back to Resurgence, FV on the other hand, just landed themselves on the land here, but he is quite overconfident. Look at that, straight engaging and actually exposing himself way too much without even scout the area first. That was a really, really reckless thing to do.
I really question that move from Sleep, really. He was the last team member for his team. He could have just at least hang on till maybe get at least a top 10, but they had to bow out at the 12th spot, and that was just straight on engaging in an open area. There were no strategies at all.
He didn't even try to prone. He didn't even try to just take cover first and just straight away engage. Just so reckless, like literally just reckless. But then back to the circle. Where will it be? So it's back to Heart in here. Really tricky circle we have.
That is a tough circle to get through. I'm saying that because look at Resurgence's position right now. They're forced to go in through the coastline and maybe through the docks of the town to get anywhere. WoW, on the other hand, they have to deal with Tara as well as Bigetron. But Bigetron pushing in from the southern side of the map, it looks pretty, it looks like there's a lot of potential that it could go there into their way in the next phase.
But look at Nat's view. They are literally waiting for people to swim over there, and the moment Resurgence land, it's either they rush 4 people in, or it's gonna be a total reverse of the situation, which the whole team will get wiped. And things are not doing great if you cannot do anything while swimming. But Axis, look at that, they are engaging against H2O again. They have stepped up their game. Team Secret on the other hand is also going for Axis. Look at Matoy, he's just taking the long shots here, having a great time, not actually scared of anything whatsoever.
Yeah, no one's actually looking at Team Secret. Everyone's just focused on Axel. Just look at this. Chick, he has to dance because Mato is just making him dance left and right. The shots do connect a little bit, but oh, here we go. Chick is now down to 50% of health. Matoy is just having a good time on top here. But now, this is what you mentioned. Samzy has eyes on Iron Pro, and now Iron Pro will need to make a swim for it.
This is just literally swimming ducks. We're not even say sitting ducks. It's way better than swimming ducks now. because literally you can't be revived when you're being knocked. But that was really a close call. Iron Pro managed to just hold it in and just tank his HP a bit. I think he drowned himself a little bit there, making sure that he didn't pop himself up way too much for Atai to see it.
I think more importantly, Iron Pro is trying to be the distraction for the team so that the rest of them could go for the flank. This is a pretty smart play, if you ask me. They're trying to go for a two-pronged attack. However, if Ned notices the rest of the team sneaking on through the backside, it's going to crumble so quickly.
Oh, and we do see here Divinity as well. They are not in a good position. Impact as well as Trixie right in the middle. Now Trixie looks like he's been knocked out. Impact is just too far away, too little health. It is just falling apart for Divinity. While the rest of the other teams, 4 other teams, they are having their own compound to themselves.
This is just falling apart, like we say, crumbles for all the players. Because why? The circle is really not kind at all this time. It forces every single player to just pinpoint himself to one direction only, and it's really at the corner of the island there. And Night Shots, he's trying to run out in the open, saving UI. Smoke's being popped here, but can he make it alive? Because it's really an open area. Yeah, kind of vegetation. There's a lot of plants to play with, but will it be enough? And Hydra managed to shot down eye shots there, right in the middle of a road.
And now the shots are being fired once again as Team Secret are taking quite a bit of fire from the Dingoz and Bigetron as well. This is double the amount of fire, and it looks like they do get eye shots down. Yuhai is the next to bite the dust, and Biu is forced to just run into the structure. This is a lot of pressure coming out from both Bigetron and the Dingoz.
Oh, Biu and Matoy still managed to survive it, but just look at the southern side. Bapak, they are swimming it. Divinity Impact is waiting at the coastline, but he does not have much. Looks like he did not do enough looting. Oh, it's not good. He can't engage. Impact cannot engage this because Bapak, they do have everything with them. Okay, there's no other teams kind of like guarding the coastline at this point, so Bapak may go into the house, and Impact, you're in big trouble.
Oh my god, he just popped himself out the window. There you go. The rest is just history. Divinity got themselves top 10, but they survived long enough for that. We've seen Dingoz, on the other hand, engaged by Net there. You go, Resurgence is also... Everybody happened to just suddenly open fires. There's so many actually engaging. There's one more explosion. Dingoz is out this time. What really happened? Team Secret, who got pinned down by 2 teams, Dingoz as well as Bigetron, happened to take that one very well.
Wait, RSG is actually taking out Ned. It looks like they will take their position from them. That's going to be so huge. Volky is also going to get knocked out. Bapak Esports has been taken out. Wow, okay, this game is shaping up pretty interestingly.
Oh, it's just the 5th phase, mind you, and you'll love this game when everybody goes down so fast in just less than a couple of minutes. And now Bigetron, they are forced to move because they know they don't have that much cover to work with, except for a couple of smokes. The Axis is out as well. This is just really hard for players to take it in because Biu and Matoy, I think that's Biu and Matoy left. Yeah, there you go. They are doing great. I just don't know how they clutched that one out. They always been cramped up in so many teams, so many times, but they happen to squeeze themselves out in the situation and making sure that they get a better perspective and reposition themselves again.
Yeah, I really don't know how did they make it out alive because there were like at least a couple of teams, 2 or 3 teams actually having their eyes onto them from multiple angles, but they managed to escape, and now they are into the top 5. Biu as well as Matoy, the 2 senior players in the team right now, they need to survive it till the end. They are outside of the circle, so they need to find ways to actually get into the circle. BTR as well, not in a good position. Tara, they are great. Wow, great as well. And Small Boy is all alone.
Did Small Boy plan didn't work out well just now because it seems that he's the only sole survivor who swam across the river.
I mean, you have to give it to Resurgence. They were getting gatekeeped really hard by Ned, and somehow they're able to come up on top with only 1 casualty. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to them then. Bigetron's going to be the next team to be knocked out. I don't entirely know the story of what exactly happened as RSG decided to start the push, but it looks like, you know, people have kind of forgot about Team Secret right now, who's hiding out in the brush. I'm very confident people will notice Biu crawling around if they just peeked him, but so far everyone is still towards the eastern and northern side of that map, just gatekeeping each other.
Okay, the thing is we have 4 teams left with 4 members up and well, so healthy for Tara. They have the biggest advantage. They have the compound to work with, and they're also actually in the center of the circle as well. Wow, Esport, Resurgence, and Team Secret. Look at that. Team Secret happened to be favored by the circle, and the same time Tara being forced out now, and they have to go through WoW just to making sure they are actually in the center of it. I don't know how this happened. It's a big turning around of events for Team Secret.
Absolutely. Oh man, Team Secret really, someone kissed Matoy's hand, and Matoy is still in the game, of course. And now we do see here Lynx. Looks like they'll go in and out of the house. They need to snip out. There's one team member of RSG around, as well as Tonewall Esports. They're just all next to each other. Team Secret's just going to sit this out.
The thing is, the one that's benefit most is Team Secret here.
Yup.
Literally, they're going 3 versus 3, which is 2 teams fighting up against the whole Tara squad. Well, the rest of Team Secret can just smile away and wave and be happy about it.
Yeah, just look at Small Boy here. He's just trying to run away from Tara as well as WoW. It's like, stop bothering me right now because you have bigger problems. Because if they don't deal with Team Secret, who currently control the circle right now, it's going to be a much more difficult game. Even if Tara comes out on top, that they are hurt, they'll have less currency, and they somehow need to get Matoy out of that Overwatch position behind that rock.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do that, but their utilities wide and resources are quite low and depleted. Look at Tara, Mappin is down. Straight away, finished off by Mata, who's straight across the area.
They got
Tara,
this!
one more down. Biu getting 1. And Argo be next. He's trying to find it. He found it. There's only Tonewall left. How can he get out from the blue? He tried to heal himself, but this is not working right. We're looking at not even an effort of Team Secret getting themselves a chicken dinner.
Oh my goodness.
He laughed because he know we didn't even do anything for this because it's a free Matoy Shaman thing going on.
Yeah, what even? How? I'm in such shock that the circle decided at the very end, you know what? I'm going to give it to Team Secret. And Tara, unfortunately, didn't have priority over the circle, so they're forced to be like, well, I guess we have to run in now?
And the moment they try to rush in it, why and how? It's like, where?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I just can't process that as well. They're just laughing on our right side here. We can see
That's
Mato.
so chill.
Like,
that was so chill game, guys.
like,
Like,
yeah, free
flip
chicken
my
dinner,
hair a
guys.
bit, and then it's, yeah, we want a chicken dinner. And because why? Because we just stay in the center of a circle.
I mean, that was really Tara's game to win. They had the numbers, they had the currency, they had the position. They were just a little too caught up and forgot about the timings. If they just had the timings right, I think they would have stand a really good chance, or at the very least, WoW was making it so difficult for Tara to even walk up. I'm just... all the stars just collided for Team Secret, honestly.
And the sad thing is Tara didn't get themselves even second place there.
Yes, that's
because
the worst part!
WoW just healed himself in the blue, and they're just waiting for it. I'm like, what was that game is about?
I know, right? A small map, we expect action pack, but doesn't seem to be the case. But then again, let's recap everything again in the highlights that will come out right now.
This game couldn't have gone, and like, that is, if I feel this way, Tara must be so salty, so salty, and I can't even blame them. But let's look back at the game right now. Divinity, they were able to hold out for a decently long amount of time, but I'm just surprised about the way, Dingoz handled this particular situation against BTR, because both of them, wrong place, wrong time.
And my goodness, this bridge camping didn't work out well for Traitor. We know somebody climbed up high up there. I think it was Ozzy, was it? He actually dropped off from Olaf, sorry. He dropped from a very long distance just now. Okay, FV is just questionable. Where are the rest of his team?
Absolutely. I don't get it. Alpha was all alone there. If he's a scout, he shouldn't engage. He should just, from afar, just see where they are, give the information back, and just leave that location. But I'm just surprised that Alpha actually made that engagement. So it's a little bit of a question there, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, so far, it is a little questionable. I would agree, especially from, Flash Vision there. But overall, I would say that they are a little sloppy in terms of their rotations. It probably should have been a little bit quicker, but coming into the last couple of moments of the game, H2O do take out Impunity here. However, the gatekeeping does become a significant problem because of this phase 1 circle.
Yep, FV, okay, Slip just now, right? He didn't even scout, and then he just walked in, didn't even think about it. How reckless can you be when the moment you landed on shores, you just go straight firing up? But Bapak, oh man, this is just really just tough for most of this team. Tara, just Tara. Why isn't it a Tara's game? They've been trolled so hard by this last. Look at that! It's on top of Matoy. Matoy. It just have to be Matoy.
This is so upsetting to see. It's so upsetting how much he called the circle onto him. It's all right. Let's look at the final stand. Sorry, not the final standings, but the current standings. Dingoz still on top with 79 points. That 18 kills really pushed them ahead with 32 kills in total. Bapak Esports in second place with 66 points, 27 kills. Team Secret 18 kills, 56 points. Tara 27 kills, 54 points.
And on to Bigetron Arrow with 50 points. Team NoRecoil 43 points. Tonewell Esports 42 points. Resurgence still hanging on to page 1 with 41 points.
Is this even a game?
Oh, man.
I would say that was just unfortunate.
That was just
like-
literally just have to try and run, making sure you're in the center of the circle. Then you would, but then it took. Okay, Secret didn't win that quite easy. I have to take that one out because why? They fought a lot of teams back then. And now Brotherhood got themselves at 37 points with 9 placement. XX MPX 10 with 26. Impunity SG 18. The same goes H2O not doing great as well, 16 points. Mistro Syndicate 12 points. FV Unbeatable 11 points. Traitor Esports again at the bottom 16, 10 points. Divinity fallen off quite hard with 9 points, 16 plays here.
FV Unbeatable. I'm just wondering what's happening to this team. It really looks like they are falling apart. They don't know what they're doing. One person just walks into the middle of the fight and says, "Shoot me."
Why? Why did the moment he landed on shores, it's like he didn't even want to take cover. He didn't even want to think to take cover, and he's solo surviving man there. If you have like another person covering you up, then it's fine. But the thing is, he didn't even think about that.
I would argue that it is a little sloppy. I have to agree, but let's look at, Exame here from NetEsports, 11 kills. He really racked it up, and Bapak Jenny is going to have 10 kills, followed up by Marcel from the Dingoz, 10 kills, Dingoz Nook 9, and Illyrian at 9. What a game this was. This was just, I can't even believe what kind of divine visitation that Matoy got. Some sweet blessings there.
It's just have to be a hot team. That's literally just a hot team plays game. Literally, imagine you have a square picture, right? Everybody from all across that square have to just go to this one particular angle of the square, making sure that you squeeze yourself out into there.
I'm so salty. Like, I can't even hide it how
Look
salty
at that.
I am.
It's literally at the top northwest. Literally just, oh my goodness me. And that island's also the smallest island to work with in this map.
Well, it looks like I found another fan for the no land situation, because again, I don't want to have another team experience that again. Like, that was just unbelievably unlucky.
My God, and that cost a lot of points too, mind that. Oh
And I think it's the first time that we see that Chicken Dinner team did not make that
Oh, that's
standing.
fair, yeah.
Why would they want to do that? Because they can just wait into the circle. Because of all the things, the circle have to be like, I'm choosing you, Matoy. Even Buba is not in the circle. It's just have to be you, Matoy. Spotlight on you.
I'm crying, dude, on the inside. Like, my soul is so if that, like, out of all things, I don't mind being gatekeeped. I don't mind being, like, getting knocked out early. That is the most demotivating, because that's when you know the game is against you. Oh, thoughts are cloud before I explode here.
I have no idea. I think this game is just messed up. This round is total mess. Not only for Team Secret Circle, but also teams like FV Unbeatable. It's just messed up, really.
And Tone, wow, have to take the second place. Because why? He just sat in the blue. But let's jump into the interview.
Yeah. Hound Dogeman, it's time for you. You're going to take it away because this game was hard.
And it was the beautiful island paradise of Sanhok that became the determinant here in game number 4 of the PUBG Mobile Professional League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. I am your host, Hound Dogman. It's always great to be back here on the stage. And man, has it been an exciting day. So much action has transpired over the past few hours, and we're seeing more and more of these teams show their dominance and show their capabilities and their ability to adapt. With that being said, 3 teams already have been able to secure chicken dinner, and let us welcome the 4th team today to secure chicken winner and a total of 6 winner chicken dinners with a total of 7 kills for game number 4. Let's welcome from Team Secret to the stage, Bill Bill! Okay, so before we begin though, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a dance move, and since Bill Bill is such a big smiley guy, big personality, so you gotta take it and you gotta end it, all right? Okay. So I'm like,
what am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to dance, bro.
Okay.
Ay. All right, all the jokes aside, I just thought I'd just mess around a little bit with Team Secrets, Bill. Now, I was talking a little bit to On The Go, your manager as well as your analyst, in terms of what is wrong with Team Secret, and what was the goal for today? And he said that we had to work a lot on our Sanhok. Why is Sanhok a map that, in his words, is one of your weaker maps?
Yeah, so Sanhok is our least favorite map for our team because we think that for that map, particularly, it's very circle dependent. So if the circle favors us, then we will win. If it doesn't, then it's very highly unlikely that we will win.
Okay, to touch on that point, was the stars aligned? Were the planets all in the constellation when you guys dropped in and Sanhok and just everything was smooth sailing? Or did you guys have to fight your way to make that victory attainable?
It was very smooth, surprisingly. We made kind of like our usual rotation, but we didn't bump into any other teams. And I guess that's also one of the reasons why we get to secure the chicken dinner for the map.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about the final few circles, but I mean, we've been talking always about the final few circles. What was the biggest concern when you were trying to fight for those final game-ending moments in terms of your strategy and your game plan? What was the biggest concern dropping into Sanhok?
For that map, right, our biggest concern is literally just the circle. Hoping that the circle will close even slightly to us, and then that would actually help a lot. Just like the last game, the circle kind of shifted to our spot. That's why, and that's why the rock was still in the circle. That's why we got to play until the end.
Right place and right time is Bill and his team of Team Secret. So big congratulations towards Team Secret. Give me a little bit of the elbow again. Yeah, okay, and I'm gonna do this again, okay? So I'm just gonna... okay, at least he did a little bit. So for those of you guys who want to know what is the secret to winning for Team Secret, make sure to stay tuned. We've got 2 more games left. If you want to know more, remember, head on over to all of our social media sites. Until then, we will see you for game number 5.
I would say Bill is main core of the team. Person who controls the ongoing of the team.
Hi guys, we are Team Secret. I'm Bill, the captain of the team, and this is Yu Hai, the entry fragger of the team. This is Martoy, the in-game leader, also the mastermind for the team. And then we have iShot, the sniper for the team. Okay, this Team Secret lineup is actually a new one. It's not the previous one. We had some roster changes. Basically, three of them. I'm the only one remaining, and they are all from different teams. Except Yuhai. He is like the underdog. We usually train at night due to our live stream and some other reasons. So we usually just train at night for a few hours, maybe about 6 hours I would say. And then we have boot camp. Boot camp is where we actually train like the whole day. If we are not having photo shoot or any other events, so on and so forth. So that is pretty much our training.
Well, we'll say it's quite pretty good because it doesn't not that long and not short stuff. So we are really well prepared for the 3 weeks.
So I think our biggest rivals for the PMPL Malaysia League would be probably Yoodo, because Mamparang, Jumper, they have a lot of experience as well. They've been playing in the past 2 seasons. They're very good players.
And the second team we'll say is RSG because they have Wonky, which is Toothpaste. They have a dragon in the team.
So I would say we are progressing quite fast, because this is actually quite a new and fresh team. Even though Team Secret is a very long existing global name, but us as a team is quite new. But yeah, chemistry is building up, and we played pretty well. We clicked together, so it's good. Who died the earliest? I think it's more of like we take turns. Sometimes I die the earliest in the game. Sometimes die the earliest. Sometimes C. Sometimes C. So it's just like throwing a dice. Oh, so because we haven't really like played in offline tournaments, so we don't know how it goes. But usually during our training, when we play in scrims or maybe some local online tournaments, I would say Matoy and Yuhai. This one is naturally because he's the youngest in the team, and he's just like sometimes like very hyped out, very hyper, something like that. And for Matoy because he's the Indian leader, and yeah. So basically, I think the rest of us are fine, but actually he's fine also. Just that he's 16, very young. He's very young. He's supposed to be in school right now, but yeah, because of tournaments, because he wants to pursue his dream of becoming an Esport athlete, and he got a concert from the parents as well. So he's taking a break from school and playing alongside. Okay, I'll say the training from the beginning is the most intense one, because we want to put things in place as soon as possible. So beginning is the most intense, and then like slowly after some time we just kind of like ease things up, because too much of training may actually backfire on us. So for now it's probably just night time when we play in scrims and all, and we still have free times to do our own stuff, maybe like listening to music, or just like watching movies, or like even going out together, stuff like that.
Having on the go as our manager, I think it would be one of our success part, because like he helped us to progress a lot in many things, and mainly to keep our mood up in kind of like difficult situations or something like that.
Actually, that's very true. I forgot to tell that just now when the previous question we asked about who's the most maker in the team. I think the one that contributes the most to this is probably our manager on the go. He's always the one that cheers up this and that, and he always manages to do it like effectively. And yeah, people know him as a caster, and we see him as a manager as well. It's just a pleasure, and it's like a blessing to receive did make many things happen, bring this team together, and a lot of stuff.
Halo, saya Noki dari tim Geek Fam.
Hello, nama saya Iman Parang daripada tim Yoodo Gang.
Saya Bapak daripada Bigetron.
大家好，我是 Team NoRecoil 的 Student
Hello, I'm Kuza from VIP Squad.
Saya Han X daripada tim Bosskurr.
Ya, saya Amy Muhammad.
Hi guys, I'm Chuchu Gaming.
Hello guys, saya Secret Go.
Hi, saya J Hunter.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the PMPL. My name's Contra, and I am the caster as well as the operations manager for Resurgence. So as you all know that there is a virus spreading around, which is the COVID-19. So here are some tips to stay safe during this critical moments.
So langkah yang pertama, korang kena basuh tangan selama 20 saat menggunakan air dan sabun.
Langkah kedua adalah menggunakan hand sanitizer bila anda tidak dapat membasuh tangan.
若没能洗手，可以使用含有酒精成分的消毒剂来洗手。
Nombor 3, elakkan memegang mata, hidung dan mulut korang ketika tangan korang kotor.
Jika batuk dan bersin, tutup mulut dan hidung menggunakan tisu.
Pakai mask jika anda pergi keluar ataupun anda pergi ke tempat yang ramai orang. Jika anda tidak pakai, sememangnya sangat-sangat berbahaya.
Avoid crowded areas and taking public transportation.
Okey, tips dia adalah korang kena minum air, kerap minum air dan makan vitamin dan bersenam setiap hari untuk menguatkan stamina badan.
Jikalau anda pada batuk ataupun bersin, jangan lupa untuk tutup bahagian hidung dan mulut anda supaya orang lain tidak mendapatkan virus tersebut.
Jika anda mengalami demam atau apa-apa kesakitan atau apa-apa jenis kelemahan, pastikan anda berjumpa dengan doktor dengan segera ataupun pakar perubatan. Bermula dengan saya dan juga korang, kita perlu bekerjasama untuk mengelakkan dan menghapuskan virus corona ini ataupun dikenali sebagai COVID-19.
Welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Pro League Malaysia and Singapore 2020. We're bringing you all the action live from IO Esports Arena, Kuala Lumpur. Here's a huge thank you to our host Tencent Games, PUBG Corporation, Lightspeed, and Quantum Studios for making this all possible. And not to mention, you're watching this live on Facebook Gaming, our official live streaming partner for the entirety of the PMPL 2020 MYSG. My name is Gideon, this is True, and this is Sir Claude coming in for the second last game of the day. So far, the circle is absolute garbage.
I didn't say that.
Garbage.
That was really blunt, but yeah, but I have to totally agree. That was not even it. Wait, what? You know, I asked the team secret just now. I asked Matoi why of all the people in that circle, the circle I just have to favor you alone, solely Matoi. And then he said, no, the circle didn't actually in our favor just now. We didn't want the circle to be there. I'm like, wait, what?
What? I love how he's pushing away the question. Nah, don't worry about it. Nah. Yeah, we weren't.
We didn't want the circle. No, it just we could do without the circle, but the circle just happened to be with us.
The circle so happened to just be
the
like.
The thing is, he actually hoping that circle ended up on the hill where where Tara team was. But then it's just, I don't know. I can't even. I feel so sad for Tara. They have 4 men.
Yeah, and you know, not to take away credit to the teams that won, like Team Secret as well as Divinity, who were like, yeah, this is great circle, this is amazing, but
you saw how really, if you're the Tara players, I think you're way more salty than we are right now because apparently they have 4 men. They're literally making sure all 4 men guarded, and we talk about them like they have all HP full. Not even a nick's been taken out from the health point. And the moment of truth happens when the circle just happened to be there. And they didn't even got themselves second place.
Yep, and you know, even though they can't really, at this point, it's like, what can you really say except move on and focus on the next game? Because remember, it is Erangel. So Erangel is, you know, we know Erangel as the classic map that I would personally like to believe is like the fair map that everybody stands a good chance. It's not like Sanhok where it can be skewed to certain teams, but I don't know. That's just me. What do you think, Sir Cloud?
Well, unless you really did kiss Matoy's hand, but yeah, really, I really don't know. This guy is just unbelievable when it comes to the circle luck. It's just insane. Even there were some games that we have seen before when he was not playing. Although I remember there was one game where he got eliminated early, but yet the circle still favored his team somehow.
Not his team. It's literally just him. I saw where Bubi was. It's not even Bubi included in there.
Bubi was actually a little bit further forward just in case the circle was like on the wrong side of the map. So no matter what.
Matoi.
Yeah, but no matter what, they just come up on top.
Jumping to Dingoz just now, they were doing great today, but quite early out. Not really that late. Or not really that early, they got themselves a top 10. But this is a really, really expressive team by Resurgence there. Oh, yep, they're doing okay for Tara, but still happy. They got quite a kill volume just now for the last game. In terms of standing, they are doing okay.
Yeah, you know, I do want to talk about, you know, this particular map Erangel, because we have seen even in the Scrim match and also the official match today that Team Secret actually getting knocked out super early in Pochinki. Honestly, is 3 times the charm? Is that it?
Well, maybe, because we do see now teams, they are getting more brave. They are putting aside all this, okay, you are Team Secret, you are whatever big names that you are actually going for it. So maybe I really like to see someone challenge Team Secret in Pochinki from the get-go in a actual game. I want to see that.
H2O, this is your calling card on H2O. I'm just saying, they did it once, they can do it again.
Well, hopefully they can do it many times today, but then it's all down to the circle. Hopefully this circle will be very, very forgiving, because we know when it comes to Sanhok as well as Erangel, there's a lot of water in that map itself. Just not Sonosca military base circle, please.
Well, you know, Bigetron is playing, so it might favor them this time when they decide to drop a Novo, as well as Ned, who usually goes to military base as well. So Just potentials.
I don't know. I'm just so scared of the game right now. Just please. We want to see a game where there's a lot of good fights, but not everybody running away from the circle and the blue. And then there's so many swimming, and then it happens to be like everybody being ducks all over the place, and then somebody just landed on shores and have no clue about what happened and open fire without anything covers him. No more that kind of play ever again, please.
Looks like, well, so at least I know I have an advocate for 90% land next turn.
I like when it's like 50%, but yeah, there you go. Erangel, where are we going for the circle, please?
Well, she did say she's still like 50%, so she's somewhat in between the both of us still. She's still on that fence.
I have to pick now.
I would say that she, even though she's saying 50, it's really 60%. Let's be honest here.
Evil love coming out. There you go.
But at least you know that from the video she loves me more.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. No. Her sister.
Oh my God, this is so
Her
awkward.
sister, who looks exactly like her as well, lives in the exact same place with the exact same manager.
Erangel, here we go. 8x8. Here's your featured players with Small Boy, Luyu, BTR Kevin, and there's also Scrim. Kind of, well, everybody sees Small Boy stats, but they have no chicken dinner for Small Boy, even though he got one of the best fragmentaries for in terms of damage.
Oh yeah, this is just nasty. You show everyone with a chicken dinner except for Resurgence. This will fire them up, definitely. They're like, hey, we gotta get at least one on the scoreboard today. That's definitely what they want. But also, before that, let's also thank our lineup of observers as well. XCYR and, oh, I did learn how to say his name. It's Nye. Just say Nye. That's fine.
Alright, no worries.
Yeah, it's Nye from now on.
GK sounds strong.
Top cast inside. Thank you.
Alright, let's talk about the flight path here for El Clasico map itself. It looks pretty neutral so far, a little bit towards the northern side of the map, so getting to Malta Power and Malta itself is going to be a lot harder, especially for Bapak, who usually goes out of their way just to get to Malta Power.
Oh, well, even though they kind of have a long journey to go on to, but if they got themselves some vehicles, it will be a-okay. But if the circle actually just happened to be there, I think it's a big win, even though they have a long journey going on. So we have to wait and see for the first circle. But Net, on the other hand, I don't see them anywhere in the map.
Where did Net go? Usually they go for Sunovka military base, but it looks like they
interesting.
Looks like they're dropping somewhere else this time around.
That's what I said, because they don't seem... Nobody actually dropped by around Novo as well. Bigetron, are they changing their plans here too?
They are.
It's possible as well, because they normally go until the military base, but they don't go that far. So they'll be in the main island for now, but just look at this H2O. Looks like they're really near Tara. Tara will just pass by. No big engagement so far. Kaya with our all favorite. Pengu is our all favorite Uzi, guys.
Micro Uzi has been dominating the close
you kind of
quarters.
miss UMP, right?
I do. I remember where UMP could basically do everything until they nerfed it, but you know, big deal.
There's a lot of saltiness in there.
Oh yeah,
I can sense it miles away.
My free wins.
Okay, back to Yasnaya. We're having a WoW as well. If I'm not mistaken, it's Tara there. Yeah, right? No, FV, Unbeatable, sorry. FV. Speaking of FV, they were really a mess last game.
Yeah, absolutely agree. They're really a mess. So they really need to shake things up. I'm not sure what should they do. They probably need to just refocus again, because I think it felt like more of a lack of focus, that you can just walk into the middle of a fight and say shoot me. So and you could be like alone being the scout, but then again you choose to take that fight all alone. I think it's just down to focus, really.
Yeah, just trigger discipline as well. I don't know. I would say FB a little sloppier today compared to their previous outcomes. But let's look at Impunity, because this is another team that hasn't won a chicken dinner, hasn't necessarily been doing too well overall. But you can definitely see the progress that they're making every single time they go into game, where they get higher and higher, and sometimes get very close to a chicken dinner during the scrims and even outside of the scrims.
Okay, can I point out something here? I really want to see Weak Sauce from Impunity, Xiao Boy from Resurgence, as well as, who was it again? One more person that looked really alike with each other. It was Bigetron Kevin. all three of them, if you put them all together lining up, I think you might mistake them as like siblings. Because they look alike a lot each other. Like, really, I'm not even kidding.
I wonder if they changed jerseys with each other and sat in each other's seats. Like, would people notice?
I think I want to take picture with all three after that. But Bart, I think all around for Bapak, they have quite decent numbers for all four members in the team based on their gameplay itself. They have been super aggressive, and Bart always the one who supports and sometimes going in as a fragger or the bait himself. So in terms of this, the damage is not as high as the rest of the team, but he's being very patient and playing his role very well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Bapak, although we haven't seen him gotten a chicken dinner from the last round due to some unfortunate reasons, but over